Hey folks, welcome to another episode of On the Couch with Fouch. Guys, this is the interview series with your favorite Southern gospel music artists. If you're watching on Facebook, please hit the like button, comment, share. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the Matt Fouch channel. And lastly, please go to onthecouchwithfouch.com, sign up for the emails so that you get all of the brand new interviews every month when I release them. Tonight, I have the honor of interviewing the newest Greater Vision member, who I know has sang at least 3 parts, I think, that I know of in a quartet. And I think you might be able to do all 4, I'm not sure. But guys, this is Jon Epley.
Hey,
guys, are you guys happy to see Jon? I mean, Jon, thank you so much for joining me for the interview.
I'm honored to be here.
I know that Greater Vision has a huge amount on your plate this week here at NQC.
Oh, man.
You guys just have a ton going on, and you took time to be in this interview with me, so thank you so much.
I wasn't going to miss this one because I get to sit down.
That's a good one. You stand at the table a lot here at NQC.
Yeah.
So how many hours a night would you say that you're at the table helping folks and talking and hugging necks?
I think officially the table opens around 3 or 3:30, and then we usually leave around 10:30, so about 7 hours a night.
Man, yeah. How do you do? You got some insoles in those boots or what, man?
No, the feet are just hurting.
I just go with the pain. I'm good with that. Jon, a lot of people had questions about your journey, your path to Greater Vision. So tell these people just about your journey in gospel music and how you ended up with Greater Vision.
All right. Well, I started off singing with the Inspirations back in 2010. And and that was a great experience. You know, I grew up listening to those guys, and so to get to sing. And when I joined the group, it was Mike Holcomb was there, Martin Cook, and some of those guys. And so guys that were legends to me. So to get to stand up there and sing with them was awesome. And I was there for 5 years. And I sang baritone for 2, and about 3 years into it, Mike Holcomb retired. And so the last 3 years, I sang bass. Now, not Matt Fouch type of bass, not Matt Fouch.
Or Mike Holcomb.
Well, or Mike Holcomb, yeah.
Mike is a killer bass singer, man.
No Fouch or Holcomb bass, just Jon Epley bass. It was a little higher. It wasn't all those super low notes.
But you're a good bass singer, man.
Oh, no, man. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun experience, you know. And then I went from there to sing with my friends, the Ball Brothers, for a little while. They've been friends of mine since we were teenagers.
Wow.
And so I sang bass with them. And then the Lefebvre Quartet for a while. And so then I wanted to come off the road for a little bit, and ended up driving a FedEx truck for a year. And I was the guy that showed up on your front door with a box there, make everybody happy around Christmas time. Yeah, bringing the gifts like Santa Claus.
That's cool.
And then I ended up texting Gerald Wolfe a little before Christmas of this past year, and I was ready to get back on the road. You know, my wife and I had been praying about it, and I thought, I'm ready to get back and do some singing. And so I just asked him if he knew of anybody. And he said, let's get together after the holidays and talk about it. I said, sure. So I didn't hear anything from him for a while. I was just working. And on a Sunday afternoon, he texted me. And he said, what are you doing Tuesday night? And I said, I'll get off about 5 o'clock. And he said, can you come over to the house and let's run through some stuff with the guys? He kind of explained to me what he was thinking about doing. Thinking about going to the piano and playing more and MCing and hiring a singer. And I said, man, yeah, I'll come over there and let's see how it sounds. So a few hours later, he texted me again on Sunday, and he said, what are you doing Wednesday? I said, well, I've got 1 day of vacation if I need to take it. What do you need? And he said, well, if everything goes well Tuesday night, we're going to go in the studio Wednesday and we'll record the new album. This is on Sunday night. This is a true story.
So no interview.
You heard it here on the Couch with Fouch. And
have you shared this before?
Gerald's told it, I think, once or twice, but not a lot of people know about it. So on Sunday,
I've not heard this story. So
on
this is a
Sunday
good one.
evening, man, I get 10 brand new tracks of brand new songs, and on Tuesday night, 48 hours later, I went over to Gerald's house. We ran through some stuff, and man, we had a good time and enjoyed it. Wednesday morning, we went in the studio, and we were in there 9 or 10 hours and recorded the new album.
That's still?
Yeah, still.
Wow.
And so, man, you're talking about a whirlwind. But, the thing is, it wasn't like we just went into it without praying about it, because we had been praying. We knew the Lord was going to open a door for something, just didn't know exactly what. And man, whenever that came around, I mean, I was just honored and blown away.
Wow.
So
you're, in a way, excuse me, you mentioned being a bass singer.
yeah,
In a way, you're kind of like Legacy 5's tenor singer. He was a lead singer.
yeah,
And now he's singing tenor for a quartet. Well, you were a bass singer,
yeah,
but now you're singing baritone for a trio.
right.
So talk about that transition a little bit.
You know, I'm probably a natural baritone.
Okay.
Because like you're a bass singer, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get down there and just rattle those seats.
I try.
But me,
I got to keep my job somehow. I mean, come on.
but me, I feel really natural in the part that I'm singing now. I really enjoy it. I feel comfortable, and so yeah, man, I'm loving it.
Now, when I opened up the interview, I said, I've heard you sing 3 different parts. Maybe you can sing all 4. Now, I've seen a video on Facebook of you doing some kind of little phone app thing, and I think you were singing all 4 parts.
It might have been a low tenor. I'm not going to hit any of those crazy notes, man.
So that's kind of why I said it at the beginning, because I've heard you do
yeah.
all 4.
Well,
I mean, you at least you can hear all the parts.
yeah, I can hear them okay. I'm not saying I'm
I
great at
cannot.
it, but I can hear
cannot.
them okay.
I can't do it. I hear the boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
I hear the boom,
Hey,
boom
man.
for the bass part. That's about it. Lori Downing has our first question.
All right.
And she would love to know, have you taught Rodney how to behave yet?
That's a negative, and probably never will.
It's kind of like when people come up to the table at a Legacy 5 concert and say, "You're keeping those guys in line, especially that Scott Howard guy."
Oh, man.
And I say, no, that's a full-time job for someone else.
I heard that.
That is
yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. You're going to have to ask for someone else to do that.
That's about right, man.
These guys we travel with are, and I'll say this: if Rodney's anything like Scott Howard, it's not just on stage.
No.
It's on the bus.
I'd say you probably agree with me that you and I are probably the only calm, normal ones in our group. We're probably the most level-headed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If I had to agree.
Yeah.
Oh, is this going out to a lot of people to see?
I don't know how many people watch these episodes.
Taking that back.
Edit. Hey, the next question comes from John Croy. Thank you, John, for your question.
John?
What was your first thought when you were asked to join Greater Vision? And you just told the story. When you were when not when the first phone call came, but after that Tuesday night, and he said, "Yeah, I want you to be part of Greater Vision."
My first thought was, what?
That was a tenor note. Did you hear that?
No, it wasn't, man.
I'm kidding.
That was my lowest bass note, actually. So, yeah, thanks, man.
You're so rude. Why would you say that?
I was blown away. I mean, seriously,
Absolutely.
because I'm a Greater Vision fan, and I have been for years, and so for me, I was like, man, I'm going to stand on stage with 3 of my heroes, Gerald, Rodney, and Chris, and I still feel that way. 5.5, almost 6 months I've been here now, and I'm still blown away, man.
Right.
Standing up there with those guys is just like, what an honor.
And when we get to do the Jubilee tour together, you'll be standing on stage with 5 of your heroes. Throw Scott Howard in there, Scott Fowler.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Man, 6.
I mean, I set you up for it and everything, and you followed.
I'm not gonna let you.
I feel like we should hug.
I'm not gonna let you down, man.
That was so nice.
I'm not gonna let you down.
What is he?
Man, I'm a sympathetic crier, man. Don't do that.
I know the guys that you sing with in the Ball Brothers and all that. Give me just, you were there for a short while. Give me just a moment, a memory, something fun that sticks out to you from your time is there anything that sticks out to you, just a moment that you're like, that was a great moment. I loved that.
Oh, man.
Or something funny or anything like that.
I will tell you something really neat. We had a song we did called I Shall Know Him, an a cappella arrangement of it. And we actually got to sing that backstage for Bill Gaither. We went to a concert and got to go backstage and meet him, and we got to sing that for him. And that was just such a neat experience, because he wouldn't know who I am right now to save my life, but he's been somebody I have watched for years, and to be standing there getting to sing that for him was really cool. That was a cool moment for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, that stands out in my mind.
Very
Big
cool.
time. Yeah.
Give these people watching your testimony.
Okay.
I'm sure they'd love to hear about how you met Christ.
All right. Will you leave me to the Lord real quick so I'll have one? Or... Just kidding, folks. Disclaimer, that was a joke. Actually, man.
You have been with Greater Vision, haven't you?
Actually, I was 8 years old, and our church in Fordsville, Kentucky, where I grew up, was having a tent revival. And the Sunday night before the tent revival was supposed to start, the men of the church went out to pray all night under the tent, pray for the upcoming tent revival. I was 8 years old and wanted to tag along with my dad, because he was my hero growing up. And so he took me along with him. 8 years old, I was down there under that tent, and about midnight, this old rickety pickup truck pulled in there. And it was kind of, everybody was a little nervous. They're like, is this some drunk guy? What is going to cause problems or whatever? And a guy got out of that pickup truck, and he was literally shaking. And his name was Bobby Crow. And the reason I know the name of Bobby Crow is because for 8 years, we had family devotions every night at my house. That was just something my dad did. Every night for 8 years, I heard my dad pray for Bobby Crow to be saved. And Bobby Crow got out of that truck, and somehow he knew that the men were there praying that night. And he walked under that tent shaking, and he said, something's got a hold of me. He said, I've got to do something. And they knelt him down there at midnight, and he got saved. And so at midnight, these guys are running around the tent shouting, man, carrying on. And for the first time, I really fully understood and comprehended that I needed the Lord, and I needed to be saved. And so I tugged on my dad's sleeve, and I told him, and my dad led me to the Lord under that tent.
That is so cool.
At 8 years old. And, oh, man, that was just such an awesome experience. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, and I don't know how many of you watching have ever been in just that testimony just reminds me of a old-fashioned style service.
Oh, yeah.
Or whether it's under a tent or it's in the sanctuary, whatever. Just, had the privilege growing up of being in some great old-fashioned style camp meeting style services.
There's nothing like it.
Those are just great memories.
Oh, yeah.
And when you were telling that, it's just like, you just hear so many great stories of just like Bobby Crow.
Yeah.
People at home doing their own thing. They start feeling the conviction of the Holy Spirit, and the only thing they know to do is go to the church where they're having a revival. Or go. I mean, that's just awesome.
And for me, it was so cool to see somebody that I had heard my dad pray for, so I got to witness the power of prayer too. Every night I'd hear him say, Lord, Bobby. He had several names he'd call out. And every night of my life for 8 years, since I could understand anything, I'd hear Bobby Crow. And there he was down there getting saved. And man, that'll imprint itself on your mind.
And never forget it.
Yeah.
Be a moment for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. What is your favorite song to sing each night? When you step on stage with, like you said, three of your heroes, with Greater Vision, what is your favorite song to sing?
Probably my favorite song would be Faithful Yesterday, My Name is Lazarus, Still.
Okay, I said song, not songs.
Oh, and they're all my favorites. That's the problem. I was going to give our whole set list, but since we're running out of time, I guess a couple people have asked me that question. That is one of the hardest questions because Rodney and Chris and then some of these other writers have written such unbelievable songs that it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
I will say My Name is Lazarus is a fun song to sing.
Yeah.
Just because you watch everybody out there singing along with it, and they just love it and it's upbeat. But it's hard to pick one. And some of the new songs the guys have written are incredible and just fun to sing too. So, but Lazarus it's a blast.
Yeah. And when you were saying that, it reminded me of probably one of my favorite songs to sing is Champion of Love.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And Scott Fowler singing Champion of Love.
Yeah.
And when they do the Cathedral Family Reunion stuff and him and Gerald both singing it. And
oh, wow.
And I remember I don't know if it was the first time, but one of the times that really sticks out to me is we're up there singing Champion of Love, and I look down first couple rows, and there's a grandmother and her granddaughter sitting there, and they're both singing along. And it just was like, what a testament to a great song.
Multi-generational.
That you skip a generation or two, and you got a granddaughter sitting there with her grandmother. They're both singing this classic song for gospel music, which is just, talking about how great Jesus is, and he is the all-time undisputed champion of love. So that reminded me of that. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So, man, I have enjoyed this interview. It's been awesome. Fun, man. Our time is nearly gone. But what I want to do is, normally at this part of the episode, I do a Fouch zone. I'm not going to put you in the Fouch zone, okay?
Boy, that sounded scary. I didn't know what
But
it was.
what I want to do is, before we started this interview, you were actually coming up with words that rhymed with Fouch.
Yeah.
So what I thought would be neat to do, let's see, we'll go back and forth. We each get to say one word
Okay.
that rhymes with Fouch.
Okay.
And see who it ends on.
Okay.
Okay? So I'll go first.
All right.
Obviously, this is On the Couch with Fouch.
Okay.
So now you can go second.
Ouch.
Grouch.
Pouch.
Okay. Slouch.
Man, are you gonna win? You can't win this round. There's no way. We've already said couch. Man, can you think of another one? You said grouch, man, and I was like, I was gonna use that one.
There may not be any more.
Man,
I
that
don't
may
know
be
how many
it.
there's. Now, see, here's the funny thing about Fouch
Yeah.
in the English language. Touch.
Yeah, but it's not
Spelled
pronounced.
the exact same way, but it's touch.
But if somebody did say touch that way, it would be touch, and I'm going to claim
Touch.
that as my other word. All right, so basically I win.
That's awesome. So yeah, no matter how you, here's the funny part of all of that.
The funny part is, so many people out there are going to be thinking of new words that we didn't think of.
I know they're watching as we
Yeah.
did this. They're
Yeah.
like, you should have said
Exactly.
And I'll get someone to come
Oh,
up to
yeah.
the table, and you will too.
Yeah.
Well, when you did that interview with. Here's what they'll say. That Matt Fouch interview
Yeah.
thing. Because see,
Yeah.
y'all never get it right. When you come to the table and you tell me you watch it, you say, you're Fouch Couch, or you're the couch
Oh, yeah.
guy, or
Yeah.
I watched the Matt on the couch, or the couch on the Fouch. They can never get
Yeah.
on the couch with Fouch. But
That's hilarious, man.
but now they're going to be coming up and giving us all kind. And I guarantee
yeah.
you, someone right now is watching online, and they've opened up another tab on their browser, and they've gone to dictionary.com
Yeah.
or whatever, and they've typed in Fouch or couch or whatever,
Yeah.
and they've clicked on words that rhyme with.
Yes.
And they're looking them up right
They're
now. I
finding them,
guarantee
man.
you.
They're finding them right
And
now.
if you are that person, comment below or whatever.
We see you right now.
Man, this has been a blast.
That's been
Thanks so
awesome,
much.
man. Thanks for
I've
having
enjoyed
me
it.
on.
Yes, thank you
Honored
for
to be
doing it,
here.
man. Tell these folks where they can catch up with Jon Epley and Greater Vision.
Hey, you can go to our website, greatervisionmusic.com, or Facebook. Follow Greater Vision or any of us on Facebook. And, man, we'd love to see you out there somewhere.
Guys, this is On the Couch with Fouch. That's how you say it. And thank you so much for joining me for another episode. A new interview every month. Go to onthecouchwithfouch.com, put in your email address so you get them straight to your email inbox so you don't miss any of the action we have here on the Couch with Fouch. Thanks so much, guys. God bless you, and until next time.